The history of the hotel dates back as far as the beginning of human civilization. Innkeepers have offered hospitality to weary travelers since biblical times. Hotels, as we know them today, began being built in the 1700s during the Industrial Revolution, which swept across Europe and the United States. Today, there are over 700,000 hotels located in every city across the globe. In the United States alone, over 5 million guests stay in a hotel room every single day. In the city of Los Angeles, there is one hotel in particular that has earned itself the reputation of being the most terrifying and creepy hotel in the world. In today's episode, we will look into the mysterious and terrifying Cecil Hotel. Construction on the Cecil Hotel began in 1924. Hotelier William Banks Hanner had the hotel built in the heart of the business district of Los Angeles. Hanner spent $1 million, the equivalent of $15 million in today's money, to build the 700-room Cecil Hotel, complete with a beautiful marble lobby, stained glass windows, and a grand staircase. The Cecil Hotel opened in 1927, but unfortunately, within 2 years, the country had fallen into the grips of the Great Depression. Downtown Los Angeles was hit hard by the economic downturn, and soon, the area surrounding the Cecil Hotel declined to the point where thousands of homeless people began taking up residence on the empty lots and sidewalks in the area. The once grand and beautiful hotel had become a home for drug addicts, criminals, and the mentally unstable. Soon, however, the Cecil Hotel would become known for much worse. Between 1931 and 2015, no less than 15 suicides have occurred at the Cecil Hotel. We have listed here the names of these victims. Numerous other unusual deaths have also occurred at the Cecil Hotel. In September of 1944, Dorothy Jean Purcell, aged 19, was staying at the Cecil Hotel with her boyfriend. Dorothy went into labor and gave birth to a baby boy in the bathroom. She then proceeded to toss the baby boy out the window of their 7th floor room. Dorothy Jean Purcell was charged with murder, but was later found not guilty by reason of insanity. On October 12, 1962, George Giannini, age 65, was on his way to the drugstore to pick up medicine for his wife. As he was walking by the Cecil Hotel, he was struck by Pauline Otten, who had jumped out of a 9th-story window. Both Giannini and Otten were killed instantly. In January of 1947, 22-year-old Elizabeth Short was a registered guest at the Cecil Hotel. Elizabeth Short was found murdered in a nearby grassy field with her body sliced in half. Her case is famously known as the Black Dahlia murder. The case remains unsolved to this day. In June of 1964, a maid found the body of Pigeon Goldie Osgood in her room. She had been raped, stabbed, and beaten. Goldie was well known in the area for feeding the pigeons in nearby Pershing Square. Her murder remains unsolved. In addition to the numerous deaths associated with the Cecil Hotel, it was also the home of two notorious serial killers. Richard Ramirez, also known as the Night Stalker, was a resident at the Cecil Hotel in 1985. He terrorized Southern California neighborhoods for over a year. During that span, his crimes included 13 murders, 5 attempted murders, 11 counts of sexual assault, and 14 counts of burglary. His crime spree started in April of 1984 and came to an end at the end of August of 1985 when he was apprehended. Richard Ramirez was sentenced to death by gas chamber. He eventually died of cancer on June 7, 2013, while still in prison. Jack Unterweger, the Austrian-born serial killer, was a resident of the Cecil Hotel in 1991. Unterweger was charged with 11 counts of murder. In 1994, he was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. On the night of his sentencing, Jack Unterweger hung himself in his cell. The most notable and unusual death associated with the Cecil Hotel is that of 21-year-old college student Elisa Lam. Lam was attending the University of British Columbia when, in January of 2013, she decided to take a break from her studies and embark on a trip down the west coast of the United States. Elisa Lam traveled alone on the Amtrak train, which took her down to San Diego. She visited the San Diego Zoo and posted pictures on her Instagram. On January 26th, she traveled up to Los Angeles and checked into the Cecil Hotel. She was assigned a shared room. However, after 2 days, her roommates complained to the hotel management about her odd behavior. So the next day, Elisa Lam was given her own room. Elisa Lam had been in daily contact with her family, so when they did not hear from her, the Lam family contacted the LAPD. The date was January 31st, and she was scheduled to check out of the hotel and travel up to Santa Cruz. Police searched the hotel but found no sign of Elisa Lam. Her parents traveled down to Los Angeles to assist in the search. On February 15th, with no new leads in the case, police released security footage of Elisa Lam. This was the last known location of Elisa before she disappeared. The video was taken from inside the elevator where Lam could be seen displaying rather odd behavior. She would step in and out of the elevator, standing up against the wall as if to hide from someone, pushing buttons on the panel and then peering her head out into the hallway. Despite this odd behavior, police were hoping that releasing the videotape would generate new leads in the case. While the search for Elisa Lam continued, guests at the Cecil Hotel began to complain about low water pressure. Some also complained that the water had a dark color and had an unusual taste. On February 19th, a maintenance worker found Elisa Lam's decomposing body in the water tank on top of the roof of the Cecil Hotel. The coroner listed her death as accidental drowning. The following clip is the security camera footage taken from the elevator exhibiting Elisa Lam's odd behavior. The Cecil Hotel has now been renamed the Stay on Main Hotel and is located at 640 South Main Street in Los Angeles. The hotel is currently closed while undergoing remodeling and renovations. Will a rebranding of the name and a remodel be enough to rehabilitate the dark and terrifying past of the Cecil Hotel? For those brave enough to find out, the hotel is scheduled to reopen in late 2021. Reservations, anyone?